Hi guys, welcome to SHK Excel World. I'm Salim Heather and we have learned a lot about pivot tables in our previous videos, starting from the very introduction of pivot table to creation of calculated field, calculated items and the inbuilt features of pivot table data analysis. And we have prepared so many pivot table reports as well. So what next? The best way to utilize the full potential of pivot table is to create a pivot table dashboard. So this will not be just converting your pivot table into pivot charts, but it will be something beyond chart. So we will be working our way through different exercises and learning new skills to create this dashboard. So by just looking at this dashboard, I believe that you will be very excited. And I am excited to tell you how you can prepare this dashboard. So for that, you will have to learn new skills. And the skill which we are going to learn today is how we can refer to a pivot table or items within the pivot table. So you must have prepared different reports in which there is a summary level data and then there are notes to that summary level data. Now we can give the example of financial statements if you are from accounting or finance background. So the financial statements like the balance sheet, the income statements, these contain different line items which gives you a broader overview of your income, expenditure and assets, etc. And then there are notes to those higher level data in which a breakup is given. So pivot table can help you by producing different breakups. So there are two ways of incorporating those breakups within your higher level reports. One way is that you can directly create your pivot table within the nodes. But there is another way if you do not want your pivot table to be created within your nodes to the financial statements or nodes to the high level data. The way pivot table is created by Excel itself. So you can always refer to the items within the pivot table, and this will be sort of like index and match function, but it will be very simple to implement by using the get pivot table data feature. So we are going to learn this skill today, and hopefully this will help out in creation of some dashboard. So for those of you who are new to SHK Excel World, please subscribe to my channel and also click the bell icon so that you get the latest updates we are going to go through for creation of the final dashboard.
So the data we have on our hand is the sales data from the Northwind database. You can download this file from the link given below in the description and follow along. So since this is already in the form of Excel table, just click anywhere in the table, go to insert and select pivot table. Just press OK. So we need to bring in the category name in the rows area and the net sales revenue in the values area. Just format this a bit. Now if we want to refer this data into another report or to another page, we can simply use equal to and go to the field and press OK. We can copy it to the cells below. Just remove the grand total. And for values we can do the same thing. We can select all the references in column A, copy these and paste these into column B, and our values will be produced. But this is not a very good way of doing things. So there is another way of referring items from a pivot table, which is by using the get pivot data option or formula. Just delete the values. Just press equal to, take your cursor to the net sales revenue against beverages, and as soon as it reaches there, you can see a new formula which is get pivot data. If you click inside of this formula, the whole syntax of the formula appears below. So it says that it is getting data from the net sales revenue column of the pivot table, and the pivot table which is available at the location of A3. We can see that it starts with A3. It says that it is picking up data from category name which is beverages. So just press enter. So if we go to the cell below and press Ctrl D or copy the above formula to the cell below, the same value appears again. If we click F2, we can see that the category name has not changed. So is there a way to manipulate this formula as well? As this was not created by us, this was created by Excel itself. Yes, there is a way. We can go to the first cell, just format the value before copying the formula. Press F2, select the beverages along with the inverted commas, and instead of this hard coding, we can refer the category names we have reproduced below and press enter. Now the formula has become dynamic. We can easily copy this to the cells below, and in this way all the values have been reproduced below. You can say that this was very simple. We had already done this by just using the equal to reference from above. Yes, you are pretty much right, but this was just done to show you how you can manipulate the get pivot data. Now we are going to increase the complexity, insert a new pivot table with more dimensions in it. Go to your Excel table, go to insert, click pivot table, and now click the existing worksheet. Go to your new sheet and click anywhere in there and press OK. So for this pivot table, we are again going to use the category name in the rows area, and we are going to drag in the order date in the column area. So as soon as it has been generated, the grouping has been done. We just remove the quarters and the order date. We just need the years, and obviously we need the net sales revenue in the values area. Now we are going to repeat the same formula we did in our previous exercise. Press equal to and select the beverages, copy it to the cells below, and this time we are going to hard code the years 2018, 2019, 2020. So now coming to the cell below 2018, we are going to produce the values now. Press equal to, go to the first value. So now you can see that the syntax has changed a bit. It says that it is picking up values from net sales revenue column, which is pretty okay. And then it is saying that the pivot table is at F1, and then category name is beverages and year is 2018. So it's a two-way or index match function type VLOOKUP, by which it compares two different conditions and brings up the value. And press enter, format the value, again press F2. Now instead of these hard-coded category name and years, we are going to replace these with the values we have in our existing table. Remove the beverages along with the inverted commas and select the conditions or the category name alongside. Press F4 thrice to lock in the column. Now go to 2018, select this one and replace it with the cell reference of the years we just created. And we have to freeze the row by pressing F4 twice and press enter. So our anchoring is now proper. We can easily copy this formula to all the cells and our values are now produced. So you might be thinking that why we haven't used equal to reference in this one, as the same could have been achieved by just a simple reference of another cell. So let me tell you, if I change the position of 2020 and bring it to the very beginning, right click on 2020 and move it to the beginning. Even if we have moved 2020 just at the start of the pivot table, our data has not been affected. What would have happened is that we would have been getting wrong values under wrong years. Now for the third exercise, this is the last one and you will be pretty happy to know this as well. We can go to Excel table and again insert the pivot table, or we can simply copy this pivot table to a new location and start working right away. Let us change the data a bit. Go to analyze and the fields, remove the category name, click on the product and remove the years. And we can filter out our products on the basis of the sales revenue they have contributed. We may go to the row labels, click value filters and click top 10, and we may select that we require the names of all of those products who contribute 30% to the total revenue and press OK. So it says that there are 5 products which contribute around 30% to the total revenue. We can go to analyze and remove the grand totals and press equal to and refer to the first product. Copy this to all the cells below. Let us assume that there will be not more than 10 or 11 products who contribute approximately 30% of the total revenue. So we do not want these zeros to appear in our final report. What we can do is we can use an if formula. Go to the first cell, write if bracket. If O2 is a blank cell, then we should get a blank cell. Otherwise, we should get the product name and close the bracket. In this way, there will be no zeros in your data, but still, if there is any change in the number of products, if we are filtering it with respect to different years, then definitely we will have enough space where the new products can come in. Now in the second column, we are going to produce the values. Press equal to and use the same method we did previously to refer to the values. Press F2 and change this hard coding of the product to a dynamic cell reference and press enter. Format it. Copy this formula to all the cells below. So for the cells where we do not have any data, we can again use the if formula over and above this get vivid data formula and write if. Now we can refer to the product names we have just produced. If this is equal to nil, then we should get nil. Otherwise, it should reproduce the values from the pivot table and press enter. Copy it to the cells below and there you go, you have a very refined reference from a pivot table. Now click in the pivot table and insert a year slicer. Go to analyze and click insert slicer, and for this we are going to select years and press OK. Now if I select 2018, the product number is still the same. Let me select 2019. So the number of products has increased to 6, and if I select 2020, the number of products has reduced to 4. So our reference is moving along with the movement in pivot table. So this is how you can refer data from a pivot table by using the feature of get pivot data. So this will help you a lot in creating different charts, maybe the charts which are not compatible with pivot tables. We will discuss this in detail in the upcoming videos. Hope you have understood a lot about the get pivot data feature and how we can make it dynamic. Thanks for watching and do not forget to subscribe to SHK Excel World. Please like and share this video with your friends so that they should also know about these features.